Hey guys, this is my T4 guide for Underworld Speakler. I've been learning this in the last probably few weeks, week and a half, and I'm going to be going through the run 2 pits. The way I do it, it's probably different to other people, but it works for me. I'm not going to be using any cupcakes or any personal con things. I'm going to do it without all of them. So this is the build that I use. It's probably the same as pretty much every other people that do it. Every other person that does it, even. So at the start, someone's going to heart a shadow off the skeleton and it's going to run down and you'll kill it. And then you drop your money for the cons and the email will start bonding the lab tank. He's going to run up and ball the mobs and you're going to block them with your character. So we're just going to wait for that to happen. So there goes the lab tank. It's going to run up there. Oh, it's okay. So he's gonna, yeah, we've got aggro one of those, so he needs to kill that. But it should be fine. There's only one. So he's gonna, you see him on the minimap. You see him running around. He's gonna be grabbing all the groups of things and ball them in the corner, and the spy and the SOS will run in and block them, and we'll help with all the permasins will run in and help. You'll see in a minute. You need to make sure you don't aggro any of the mobs at this point because it can ruin the aggro. So when you see him in that corner, you're going to run in with Shroud and Shadow Form up so you don't lose Protective Bond, and you can see the spirits go up, and then you want to try and block the mobs in the best you can, and they will get spiked. And we're going to run down here. I'm going to wait for the lab tank to go, and he's going to run down there, get the groups, and run off to the other direction to open up that area for 3 permasins to run through. So we're going to run through here. You can see on the minimap, we're going to stay away. I'm going to select the perma behind me and run straight up here and heart a shadow off him. Get up to the top, in before them. And now you want to sit down in this little hole here, and one of the permasins will heart shadow up and pull that group of charged blackness. You want to discharge to them, heart shadow. They do knock you down, so you want to run away at this point. This is where people normally use their cupcake first, but I tend to try and stay away from using them. So I'm going to, whenever I need to cast Shadow Form, I'm going to Heart of Shadow off one of them and then cast Shadow Form. That is a pretty high chance of getting your Shadow Form off. At this point, you want to select one of the Obsidian Behemoths and call it. Press you can control and enter. And you wait for the next perma to run with you. You can discharge at the same time, so they don't use Barb Trap like that, which gives you crippled, but he actually stopped. So he got crippled, so I'm going to try and... Some charged blackness are going to come down, so I'm going to try to hold them off him a little bit. When me and my friend do this, we're actually really good at doing it now. Like when I first started learning it, we were trying to discharge at the same time, but now we pretty much get it every time. So we're going to wait for him. I don't know why he sat there. That's okay, now his cripple's gone. Oh, he was hiding from the skelly, I see. So you want to run, so you want to be following the route I'm going. I haven't been, because there's quite a lot to talk about at this point. So you want to follow the route I'm going, and you want to run into the plains, and run left, and run straight down here. You're going to target that chain soul there, run up to this wall, and discharge through the wall to that mob, and then run straight forward down this corridor thing, and there's going to be, depending on your time, there's going to be another chain soul about dead. depending on how quick you get there, you can run up just to the left of that soul and Heart of Shadow down. If you run up to the wall and take a step left, you can normally Heart of Shadow down. By the time you get here, your Death Charge should be off cooldown and you can Death Charge up. And then I like to run down the bridge and sit about here. I'm going to pull those 2 threshers with my bow. I'm going to sit about here and wait for that skelly to patrol around and come over the bridge. And because I'm sat here, I can it'll get stuck behind that pillar, won't be able to hit me. And that means if there's any dead collectors, they're going to run in and start meleeing you. You can sliver them down, and then you can get a single target sliver on the skelly in a minute. You'll be able to see that. So I'm going to kill these just with sliver. And when the dead collectors are dead, they actually like use thingy, some stupid skill that heals them loads. So actually I've actually done that wrong, and I didn't actually get it stuck beyond the pillar very well. So I'm going to run in and try and sliver it down the best I can. Death charging to get some health back. I'm going to try to finish him when he's at half. And now he's dead. That was quite close, I didn't actually realise. So once you've killed that, that actually makes the glitching later. Well, I'll explain that later. It makes the glitching a lot easier. I'll explain that what that is in a bit. So you want to run down to this opening. What I like to do is target one of the mobs up there and press Control space. I like to call it, actually no, not that mob. I like to press Control space. So now I've got that targeted. So when I press C to target one of the nearest mobs, and then I can press Heart of Shadow, and then when I get up here, I can press T, which targets that mob straight away. I can Death Charge, Heart of Shadow, and that allows all the skellies to run back, so you don't actually need a cupcake. If they do actually follow you up, you can run over to this very far corner and like stand here, and they'll all run back off. That's the best way I've found to do it without using a cupcake. So now you're going to be popping a Reaper. Depending on your time, Terror Web should be here. So I like to say you want to be using a Zealous, whatever, Scythe, and you want to run into this little kind of corner. All the dead collectors will ball upon you, and you want to be using Radfield and Sliver. And you want to be hitting them, and you want to be killing the Bone Horrors. I like to finish him on them, because if you kill the Collector before the Bone Horror, then the Terror Webs will kill you with Meteor Shower, pretty much straight away. So you have to be quite careful at this point. So I'm going to be using just Radfield, Sliver, and Emboss and Alona. Just with your Scythe, you can pretty much keep Radfield up at all the time. So these should die within around the same time. If you see that they get the healing ward thing up, just walk back along the wall, target that Bone Horror, and just pull them out the ward. Sometimes some of the mobs will run off, but it's kind of annoying. But this is the way I've found to do it. See there, I killed the Bone Horror. I killed the Dead Collector before the Bone Horror, so I almost nearly died there. So I had to Heart of Shadow away as fast as I could. And you can see you just saw the remains of a Meteor Shower as well. So that's kind of what happens if you kill the Dead Collector before the Bone Horrors. So I'm gonna keep killing these with Radfield and Sliver, and keep hitting them with my Zealous Scythe. And I'm gonna go through my armor quickly. So I've got thingy. I've got a superior vigor, and got the energy runes on my armor with the Vanguard insignias, if I remember. is it? Yeah, it's the Vanguard insignias, which gives you plus 10 armor versus physical damage and plus 10 armor versus blunt damage, which is what you need, because these do blunt damage. And I'm actually going to I'm going to run down here a little bit. Actually, I'm going to try ball up the dead threshers. You don't have to do this, you can just kill them one by one. It's just, I like to kill them all at the same time. So once they're bald-ish, so I'm gonna kill all these in a ball. I like doing it. So I'm gonna ball them up and discharge. Oh, I don't have it. So cool down. There we go. So I'm gonna stand like here, and that dead collector will run in and get stuck, hopefully. But no, and there's actually some bone horrors, so I'm gonna have to be careful at this point. Because if I don't kill those quick, then I'm gonna die. Probably straight away. They should die first, so that's fine. So I'm just gonna stand here, keep hitting the mobs. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish in that bone horror. And I'm gonna target this dead collector because I want that dead first. Because if I don't kill that, then it's going to be spamming the thingy, the Healy thing. I can't remember the name of it. Well of Power, I think it's called. I'm not sure. So you just want to be killing all the melee things and the range things after. And some people like to kill these first, but I like to use them as aggro, and I like to run down here. Ooh, this spawn changes depending on what you get. I actually got 4 collectors this time, which is 4 of the melee things. I've actually done that really badly. I'm just going to stand here and kill them. You have to actually pull them up the hill a little bit, but I pulled the terror webs too far down, so I'm just going to stand here. Depending on, I don't know what it depends on, but sometimes that group will move like a meter and then just walk back straight away. Sometimes you can pull them up a bit further. That dead collector might run in. Oh no, it's fine. I can just kill him after one sliver. Doesn't really make a difference. Oh, there we go. He's stuck. So one of the terrors has died. It doesn't really matter. So he's going to keep killing these groups with Sliver. It doesn't matter that terror web's there either. You can kill one, it's fine. There's the skill that heals them. Well of Power, yeah. I'm going to try and finish him on them. I'm just going to move these mobs, because I want them to die quicker. And I'm just going to kill these with Sliver. It's quite simple once you get past the... Killing the first skeleton I didn't do very well, but you kind of get the idea. If you